Hulk Hogan. If we're gonna do this, we need to do this the right way. There we go. Hulk Hogan just endorsed Donald Trump.
And I said, let Trumpomania run wild.
Yo, this can't be real. This is actually so fake. This is so fake. Now, in true fashion, the only way that Joe Biden can come back from this is if he sponsors Booker T.
We want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
Now, I don't know if you guys know this. I absolutely don't know if you guys know this, but you've probably seen this banner in my bio. It is completely true. Hit that subscribe button, and I will be getting that Paul Pogba haircut at 10,000 subscribers. Join the family and help us reach our goal. Trump, I don't think Trump's actually racist. He just has a lot of racist people support him. I don't think Trump's racist, but like Hulk Hogan's actually racist. I don't know if you guys know that. Like, just last week he like canceled some beer ambassador because she was black. Like she had a 1-week contract with him and he canceled it because she was black. This is insane. Like, that boy ripped his shirt off on national television. Ooh, Trumpomania. Donald Trump just got endorsed by somebody who got kicked out of the WWE Hall of Fame temporarily for being racist. Let's take a look at what's going on. Now, if this was your introduction to Hulk Hogan, seeing him do that last night, if that was your introduction to Hulk Hogan, I sincerely apologize because, hey man, you should have been a wrestling fan. You should have been a fan of this right here growing up. That was real Hulk Hogan you could have seen back then. Or even if you were just a regular fan recently growing up in the 2000s, he's made many appearances, putting over nice talent. You know, he did some work with The Rock. He did come back and reference the Silver Dome at WrestleMania. You know, so to me growing up, I never peeped that Hulk Hogan was a shitty person. I loved Hulk Hogan growing up. Now, it is kind of sad because the racist incident was in 2015 and we all thought that he's gone past it. And up until, you know, this beer controversy that went viral on TikTok recently. 2015, if you guys don't know this, Hulk Hogan had an absurd leak. It was probably one of the craziest leaks. This made the Trump leak back then look actually pretty amateur. I can't lie, right? I can't even lie. I think Hulk Hogan said the N-word more times than Lil Wayne did that year. The tape that I was hearing was absolutely insane. The racism did unfortunately impact his legacy because to many people, Hulk Hogan was an American hero. But that racism did impact his legacy. As I stated previously, he was removed from the WWE Hall of Fame in 2015. They did end up reinstating him in 2018 and he did make some reappearances afterwards. So there was some career healing back then. And what's even worse is that Hulk Hogan was kind of recorded in private too. You know, a lot of people unfortunately behind closed doors do say a lot of ignorant things. My previous video with the Argentina national team, at the end of the day, those guys were kind of just gesturing between guys and stuff. If that wasn't recorded, that would have been more ideal. If, you know, if Enzo Fernandez could put his phone away and not go on Instagram live after he won an international cup and damage his team's legacy, you know, that could have been all right. But we'll tune into that video for my thoughts on that. But Hulk Hogan dropped the N-bomb significantly many times, infinitely many times, when talking about his daughter's boyfriend. Now, the consequences that Hogan did serve for that at the time was being removed from the WWE Hall of Fame. And I believe he was doing some work with the WWE development reality show at the time. They did have a show called Tough Enough. Tough Enough is a source for like many of your favorite stars. They did come through that reality show. Maven, who's like a really big YouTuber today, actually, who talks a lot about the industry of wrestling. Maven did come through this show. The Miz, Ryback, a lot of people came through Tough Enough, right? And Hogan was a judge on that show, and he was removed from it because of his racisms. And he had to do a lot of damage control and reinstate his reputation because Hulk Hogan was an international star. Now, post this racism scandal in 2018, he was reestablished by the WWE when they believed that he did his due diligence and did his time. He is still an icon, so he was reinstated into the Hall of Fame in 2018. He did his best. He did his genuine best at the time to rehabilitate his image. You know, he was in Rocky. He wrestled Rocky in a movie. He defeated Andre the Giant. He lost to Ultimate Warrior. He went to WCW. He challenged WWE. He went head to head with WWE twice, by the way. Once for TNA, he destroyed a wrestling promotion because of his ego against WWE. And then on top of that, he also went to WCW, another competing wrestling company back in the 90s. Went head to head with WWE twice as part of the NWO. He's an overall wrestling icon. He's done a lot for the sport. In my personal opinion, I do believe the Anoa'i family did a lot more for wrestling. You know, shout out Afa Sika and shout out the Bloodline story today. Shout out to The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You know, they've done far more for wrestling, in my personal opinion. I would even go as far as to say maybe CM Punk has done more for wrestling than Hulk Hogan has lately. But that could be another video another time that we make, you know? Hogan, to this day, he kind of denies that he was racist, and it was more of like an emotional reaction that he did have to that. That would be easier to believe if this beer incident didn't happen again. He hired this ambassador. He didn't know that she was black. She came in for one day of filming. It was fun. She did her thing. Then the very next day, he told her that the shoot is over, and then she comes to notice that she was replaced with white people. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if it was pure talent, but at least he could have been like transparent about it. Like, hey, you're not cut out for it, this and that. But to lie and then to replace her with someone of different skin color is a little shady, Hogan. I can't lie, it's a little shady. All in all, Hulk Hogan has tried his best to rehabilitate his image. I don't know how good this can be, endorsing Trump at a time where he just did something like this last week. This was a week ago, by the way, where he did this beer incident and he rips off his shirt and endorses President Trump. I don't know if Hogan's losing his mind, but Hulk Hogan is a racist, man.